Welcome everybody. Quick episode of Dave's Man Cave / Dave's Garage. We got the 2024 Ducati Streetfighter V2. And first mods complete. Basic ones. Got rid of the Mickey Mouse stalks. The mirrors. Just put on a single bar end mirror. Nice and clean. Put on a Pro Grip carbon-ish tank protector. Keep your zipper and stuff from scratching the tank. Let's see, we got the chain cleaned up, got all the white lithium grease off, got it off the wheel, oiled the chain, got that off. I'm gonna need a rear stand for a single-sided swing arm. I just used my regular Pitbull one and put a pipe through, so I was able to get the back end up off and spin the wheel around, make sure there's no grease on the tires. Topped off the oil, safety wired the oil filler cap, and honestly, that's really about it. The next mod is going to be suspension setup. I'm going to go up to GMD CompuTrack up in Fairburn, have Kent dial in the suspension for me. We've got, I think it's a SAC shock. It's a decent shock. The Panigale I had, we were able to get it without having to change the springs, so I'm hoping we'll be able to do the same with this. We've got Showa big piston forks up front that have a preload down here, and then you got compression and rebound in both fork legs. We'll get that done, and then I'll research and think about doing what I'm gonna do for a towel tidy. I'm thinking of putting LED pods up in here somewhere discreet, and then just making a bracket. I just don't feel like spending $250 for a stupid license plate hanger. The blinkers are gonna get relocated to some LED pods, some little, like I had on the R1 and some others I've used over the years that work really, really well. Probably put them right along here. They'll fit perfectly right here on each side. The wiring will all be hidden. And then all I need is just like an L bracket to get rid of the stock and just mount the plate right here. That's really about it. I'm probably gonna keep the passenger pegs for now. I am gonna order a comfort seat. It'll give me a little more leg room and be a little softer. But other than that bike looks so much better when you get rid of those stupid mirrors. That looks, I think, pretty damn badass. I love the aesthetics. I like that you can see part of the motor. I like that the shock and everything is right there. When you go to adjust the shock, pull these 3 screws and your collars are right there. No skinning your knuckles or trying to reach in with a little spanner or having to hit them with a hammer and a screwdriver. It's like your compression and rebound is, one's there, one's there. The collars are right there. Everything's super easy to get to. The only part about having this design is if you want to do like a front sprocket swap, you got to get under all this shit to get to the front sprocket. It's kind of a pain. You got the slave clutch for the hydraulic clutch. You get your shifter. There's a lot of stuff that's got to come out of here. So if I do re-gear it, I'll probably just go up a tooth or 2 in the back. That seems to be much easier to get to. I'm going to leave these on for now. I don't mind how they look. I'm gonna get a seat cowl at some point, but to do luggage, if I'm gonna go on a trip or go up to the Dragon for the weekend, I'm gonna need something. I don't have the ability to put that OGO bag. There's no screw holes to mount that here, so I'm gonna be limited to a tail bag. And so that's gonna need to sit on a seat, and then I'm gonna need an anchor point. Also, if you drop the bike, this acts as a little bit of I don't know how much protection, but better than having nothing there to slow it down and smashing into the plastic, so. Maybe it's pretty beefy. Maybe at least in a low speed or drop it in the driveway or the garage, it'll give me a little bit of protection. As far as exhaust goes, I don't know. That's probably gonna be the last thing I do. It actually sounds pretty goddamn good. If I do something, it'll probably be an Upmap or a Brentune, and then just go get like an Aero slip-on or something. But that'll probably be the last mod. I'm gonna ride it stock like that and just get the suspension dialed in and clean up the tail. And that'll be something I think about, because slip-on in a tune's gonna be at least $2 grand. I don't know if I want to spend that on this thing right now, so. Anyway, there's the first mods. Still undecided about what I want to do about the front, if I want to add a little bit of a windscreen here or not. I'm gonna look around and see what ones are out there. But I gotta say, that is a freaking sexy looking bike. So now we got 2 of them. We got Donna's Monster Plus. Hers is nice because she's got the aftermarket signals, Evotech frame sliders, Termi 3/4 kit. She's got some nice upgrades on hers. Here, I don't know what you would do. I think that's probably another thing I need to do is get some probably need to get some kind of frame sliders. I don't know where they mount though. I'm not sure how you mount them. There's my oil filter up under there. It's gonna be fun to change the oil, get oil everywhere. I guess I just take this cover off and it's gonna slide out. But yeah, I don't know where the frame sliders would go. So I gotta learn. There's a whole bunch of things about this bike. I didn't do a ton of research before I bought it. So now I gotta figure everything out. But those are the first mods, just cosmetic mirrors. I think it already made the bike look way better. Break up the red just a little bit with that, and getting rid of those Mickey Mouse ears is already looking better. So stay tuned, there'll be a lot of content for the Ducati coming.